Hello everyone and welcome to the Week 6 edition of Instant Replay, where we look at the most controversial plays from the MLS weekend. I'm Simon Borg. There were plenty of goals that created debate this week. Some counted, some did not. Take for example, 44th minute, Livestrong Sporting Park, CJ Sapong goes up to meet this cross and scores what looks like a good goal. But referee Kevin Stott calls it off. Moments before the ball arrives, you see CJ Sapong's arm outstretched. The slightest push in these situations can put a defender off balance. Good call by Kevin Stott. At the Home Depot Center, Portland's Chris Boyd opened the scoring on a goal which the Galaxy wanted called back for offside. But Boyd rode that Galaxy line pretty well. You see Todd Donovan keeping him on. Less than 3 minutes later, Boyd was presented with another chance that he collected and finished in spectacular fashion. But this time, the goal called back for offside by assistant referee Eric Borg. With the benefit of the replay, we see he's on. A really tough call in live action, but it should have counted. There were also questions on the game winner by LA's Juninho. He wins the ball cleanly, easily knocking off Darlington Nagbe, no question there. But when he fires his shot, you'll see LA's Robbie Keane is in the line of sight of goalkeeper Troy Perkins. Even though he attempted to remove himself from the play, Keane was still active, influencing the play. Even though the Timbers didn't protest, this goal should not have stood in our opinion. Two penalty kick calls to look at this week. 59th minute in Dallas, dubious PK for Montreal. You see Davy Arnaud in a sandwich between Dallas's George John and Zach Lloyd as they go for the ball in the air. Arnaud falls, and when we slow it down, you see Zach Lloyd puts a forearm into Arnaud, who was just getting ready to jump. Good call by referee Ramon Hernandez. In Philadelphia, referee Michael Kennedy ruled that Columbus defender Eric Gehrig used his arm to deflect this cross by Freddie Adu. Gehrig misreads the ball, is caught in an awkward position. He has to get his arm on the ball or it gets by him. It was probably a reflex move by Gehrig. Still, good call. And lastly, we head to Red Bull Arena. Lots to look at here. First, the opening goal by New York's Kenny Cooper. There was a call for offside by San Jose, but you can see from this shot that Victor Bernardus holds him on. Good goal. Next play, the score is 2-1 Red Bulls in the 34th minute, and New York's Thierry Henry goes studs up on San Jose's Chris Wondolowski. Dangerous play, in our opinion, punishable with a red card. Wando punished the Red Bulls, scoring a minute later. But Henry wasn't the only New York DP to get into trouble. Rafa Marquez made headlines just before halftime. You see here he bodies up against San Jose's Shea Salinas and rides him into the ground. Some debate as to whether Salinas leaned forward and initiated the tumble. Hard to tell, but that's not the biggest question here. Is this kick out by Marquez into the face of Salinas intentional? We think so. We'll see if the MLS Disciplinary Committee thinks the same. And lastly, San Jose is not necessarily in the clear themselves. Second half, you see Marvin Chavez leaves his feet for a tackle from behind that clips New York's Roy Miller in the 52nd minute. Dangerous, dangerous play here. We saw a tackle by Brandon McDonald earlier this year, punished with a one-game suspension, and another recently by Shawry Joseph. Does Chavez get slapped with the same measure of discipline? Stay tuned for all the disciplinary action this week on MLSsoccer.com. See you next week.